In a previous video I've shown you how to get half square triangles doing 2 at the same time. This time I'm going to do 8. So my blocks I need for this quilt need to be 4.5 inch square. So for my blocks, I've got 2 different colours here. I've cut 2 squares 11 inches square. So what you need to do is, I'll put the details next to the video. You want to take the size that you want. So for me it's 4.5 inches. You want to times that by 2. So that brings me to 9 inches, then plus 2 inches. You only need 1 3/4 inches, but I like to cut it bigger and then trim down to size. I know it's going to be accurate then. So I've got 2 squares, 11 inches square. I've marked diagonally from one corner to the other with a washable pen. And what I'm going to do is stitch 1/4 inch either side of those lines. I've pinned my pieces of fabric together just to keep them in place and to save any movement. So what we'll do now is go to the machine and stitch along either side of those lines 1/4 inch. Just make sure that none of your pins are in the wrong place. Oh, there we go. Now I'm going to come the other side. And then I'm going to come and do the other line. Around the other side. There we go. So now I'm going to take all my pins out and then we're going to separate. Right, so I've got all my pins out. What I'm going to do now is press that so that it's all flat, and then I'm going to demonstrate how to separate them. So you'll notice that in the middle we have a square where we've done our stitching. I've got 11 inches square, so my halfway mark will be 5.5 inches. So I'm going to line up 5.5 along there. Just make sure that my ruler is going straight through the middle and onto that intersection where I've sewn. I'm going to cut there very carefully. I'm going to move it and do exactly the same this way. Just there we go. There we go. And now you're going to separate in between where you've stitched. I'm going to need my long ruler to do that one. go, and then through this way. So now you'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 segments. You open them up and you've got your half square triangle blocks. So what I'm going to do now is press those and then trim them to 4.5 inches. So that's a quick way of getting 8 half square triangles.